Mataji, we know that bhajan.
Yeah.
You know that Haribol. Thank you. It's such a nice bhajan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Sri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada welcomes you all for our Level to Bhagavad Gita Asities course, and we are doing third chapter, part 2 today. So, we'll hopefully finish chapter 3 today. So, and these courses are offered by ISKCON Mangaluru under the directions of His Grace Ramanishta Prabhu. And these courses are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. He's the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Right. So yesterday we were saying Karma Yoga, right? Om Ajnanathimirantasya Ajnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabhanustuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna everyone. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Bol. So the third chapter was Karma Yoga, right? Action, but doing action as a sacrifice. So all these are all the teachings are based on the books and the purpose written by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya for ISKCON. So we saw this already yesterday. So Arjuna had 5 reasons why he don't want to fight, and Krishna he gave all the reasons why he should fight in the second chapter. And then in third chapter, Arjuna got a confusion. Krishna, you are telling that we are soul, we are not this body, and then you are telling you should fight as a kshatriya. So tell me one thing, whether I should fight or I should not fight, right? So he's in confusion whether he should give up everything and go to forest or he has to work. So he'll ask Krishna, which is better, Krishna, whether to work in devotion or going to the forest and renouncing everything. Renunciation means leaving everything and going to the forest. Which is best? Which is good one, right? So Arjuna asks Krishna, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare? If you think that intelligence is better than pretty work. So Krishna is telling do Buddhi Yoga. So Arjuna is asking, if you're telling Buddhi Yoga is better than fruity work, karma kanda, then why are you asking me to do the work? Right? So tell me one thing, Ekam Vada. Tell me one thing. I'm bewildered with your equivocal instructions, Krishna. Tell me one thing. Tell me what I should do. Whether I should fight or not fight. Give me one thing. Right? So then Arjuna is asking Krishna, Ekam Vada. So whether I should work, or I should go and renounce everything, or I should work in devotion like Hanuman. So what I should do? So Nishkama Karma Yoga, we'll see that in a minute. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are 2 classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand it by empirical philosophical speculation, and others by devotional service. So Krishna is telling here that there are 2 options, either to take up Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Jnana Yoga means one realizes that I am not this body, I am the soul. That is philosophical speculation. And the other one is devotional service, that is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmani, Vedanam. This is devotional service. So Krishna is giving 2 options to Arjuna. Generally, people choose any of the one option, either of the one option, right? And then he says, and this is Krishna. Krishna is telling, not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. Not by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Now, what Arjuna is thinking? Arjuna is thinking that if I stop doing action, then I won't get any karma. But Krishna is condemning that. Krishna is telling, if you stop doing your work, it doesn't mean that you won't get any reaction. You'll get reaction because you're not doing your duty, right? Now Arjuna, if he's not doing his duty, he'll get the reaction. He'll get the reaction from not doing his karma, not doing his activity. So Krishna is telling, if you just stop your activity, that doesn't mean that you won't get any reaction. And it doesn't mean that if you take renunciation, you'll become perfect. Right? You'll realize that you're not this body or the soul. It's not going to happen. So why Krishna tells this? Why Arjuna is not ready, and why Krishna is telling Arjuna that you are not ready to go to the forest and take sannyas. Why? What's the problem with Arjuna? Like what's the problem with all of us? Vihan, you want to try?
Because he's a Kshatriya.
He's a Kshatriya. I told there are six enemies or six negativities. Yes. That's why Krishna is telling Arjuna, you're not ready yet to take sannyas, to go and leave everything and go. What were the six enemies?
Family traditions.
No, not that.
Anger,
Anger, right?
attachment,
Attachment. Yesterday, Vihan said one thing when you said anger. What was the thing that you
Lust.
told? Lust. Yes. Kama, Krodha. And then what else? Tanya and Soham, you guys remember anything? Were you guys able to recollect?
What?
There are six enemies that all of us have, right? They're stopping us to realize that we are not this body. Now I'm telling that I'm not this body. Still, I'm acting on the bodily platform, isn't it? We're all acting on the bodily platform. We know that we're not this body. So there are six things that are stopping us to realize that we're not this body. So what are the six things? Two things already Ujjit and Vihan told. Vihan told lust, that is kama, and krodha is what Ujjit told, it is anger, and it's also called wrath. It's deep. It's even bad than lust. Okay. Tanya and Soham, you want to try some more? Like there are six: kama, krodha.
I don't know. Lom.
Yeah. Lobha. Yes, yes, you remember it. Lobha means greed. Soham, you want to try one? Priya Mataji, you want to try? Kama, krodha, lobha.
Uh, I can't remember. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mataji. Yes, Ujjit and Vihang. Go ahead.
Illusion.
Illusion. Well, yeah.
fear,
Kama, krodha, moha. And then
fear,
fear. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, acharya. Maybe. Not much. What is mada? Mada means envy, right? That's another problem. And matsarya, it's complete delusion, right? To proudness, matsarya. So karma, I'll ask in the next class. This is very important to remember. These are the six enemies that are stopping us to realize that we are not this body. I'm just telling. I'm just telling, isn't it? I'm just telling, but I didn't realize that I'm not this body. Every one of us are just telling, but we didn't realize that we are not this body. We are not able to realize that we are not this body because we have these six enemies in us, either in the mind, intelligence, or the ego, that are stopping us to realize that we are not this body. That is kama. Kama means lust. Krodha is anger. Kama, krodha, lobha. Lobha means greed. Kama, krodha, lobha. Moha is illusion. Mada is envy. Matsarya is proudness. So all these things are stopping us to move forward, to realize that we're not this body. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य येयास्ते मनसा स्मरन्निन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते. I'll ask tomorrow what is mithyachari. So Soham, what is mithyachari? Soham, who is mithyachari?
Mataji.
Who is mithyachari? Who is a pretender according to Krishna? Anyone wants to try? Soham, you can still try. Who is Mithyacharya according to Krishna? Who is a pretender?
Uh, fake donkey people.
Sorry?
Donkey people. People who fake to do stuff.
Failed to do so?
Fake to do stuff. Like this pundit right here who's blowing on a cigarette.
Right. So why he's doing these things? Is he purified?
No.
No. Right. Yes. So the one who is not purified but falsely he takes up sannyas, he takes up renunciation, he leaves everything and go and still has this contemplation on the material things. Right? They know that they're not ready to leave everything and go to forest, but still they go. Why they go? To do some yoga or meditation or whatever, but still their heart is not purified. So the who one who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects. So externally they stop doing the activity, but internally the mind is always thinking about those things. Certainly dilutes himself and he's called a pretender, right? So such a person is called a pretender according to Krishna. Mithyachari. You have to remember this term. I'll ask tomorrow also. So perform your prescribed duty. For doing so is better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. So Krishna is telling to do your duty. Work done, this is very important. So as I was telling yesterday also, how work should be done. According to Krishna, how work should be done. Does anyone want to give an answer? We discussed this elaborately yesterday. How a work should be done according to Krishna. As what? Yes, Udya? Maybe Vihan can try?
They like do it as a service to the Lord.
Service. Udya, do you want to try anything?
As a sacrifice.
As a sacrifice. In the third chapter, Krishna says to do the work as a sacrifice, as yagna, right? And service to the Lord is also yagna. And Vihan went to the next level, but I'm expecting sacrifice. Okay? So work done as a sacrifice to Vishnu. So every activity we should do as a sacrifice, right? So in the level one also I was giving that Tanya had her favorite toy. So I was telling Tanya to offer it to the Lord and then use it. So it becomes a sacrifice. Isn't it, Tanya? You remember? Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Yes. So do your duty in a detached mood, knowing that you are the soul. Just like I think yesterday who were telling this, Sri Vidya and Sri Nivedya was telling this, I guess, that this is the lotus leaf, right? And the water, it won't be absorbed because it has waxy layer in it. So we should do our work as in the detached mood. Should not be so much attached to the results. Should just do our duty. And rest is for Krishna. Krishna will look after you. So this is where we stopped yesterday. That we saw that these two ladders are it takes very long. It won't be that easy. It's very difficult to perform also, and it takes very long. But this is the bhakti. It's an express elevator. How can we enter into bhakti when we get the association of a pure devotee? If there is no association of pure devotee, then even though we got this human body, we cannot progress in bhakti only by the causeless mercy. Again, why did we get this mercy? Why not other people? It's causeless. There is no reason for why we got this mercy. So we should be very, very, very thankful and very grateful for what we received, and we should use as much as we can in the service of Krishna. And we should spread this knowledge. Whatever we got, we should give an opportunity for every jivatma to get this opportunity, to get the chance to associate with the devotees, to associate with Krishna and get the benefit and experience the bliss of bhakti. So this is an express elevator. With all the other yogas, it takes long time, and it's step by step process. It progressively takes one to the stage of realizing God, and it's a very long process. And bhakti, Bhakti is also not very easy, right? Is it bhakti very? It's comparatively, it's definitely easy. It's susukam. It's actually blissful. While doing bhakti, even though we may have some hardships, still it's susukam. Susukam kartum avyayam. It's joyfully performed. Krishna is not that easy. Krishna is the Lord of Lords. He's the cause of all causes. Sarva karana karana. Right? So we'll continue from here today. Mm, who want to read? Who can read this? Srividya, you want to read this? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank
From
you.
karma, from karma ganta to karma yoga. If a person is too attached to material life and cannot perform Nikanda Karma Yoga for them, Krishna describes the yoga ladder from lowest rank and gradually moving higher from Karma Ganta to Karma Yoga. Do I have to read the next one?
Yes, please.
Srila
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada ends all the purports in section 3 by glorifying the supremacy and all the and the needs of Shankritana Yanchna.
Yes, thank you. So here what we are saying is from karma kanda to karma yoga. So one who is so much attached to the material life, so he wants that car, he wants this house, he needs that wealth, he need that money, he need that some object. He's so much attached to so many things. My children, my family, my job, and so many things. My house. If people have all these tendencies, then for him, Krishna says to progressively get him to the karma yoga. Let him do his work properly. Let him do his work according to his nature. And then that's karma kanda, just doing activity. And progressively through yoga ladder, one can come to karma kanda. Karma kanda means just doing an activity. And karma yoga, that is doing activity as a sacrifice, not being attached. Now this karma kanda person, he's attached to the activity, right? So the difference between karma kanda and karma yoga is the karma kanda person, he's attached to the activity, and karma yoga person, he does any activity as a sacrifice, giving as a sacrifice. So here, for the sacrifice, for the yagna, Prabhupada, he'll get to the Sankirtana yagna, right? In this Kali Yuga, only Sankirtana yagna is possible. So we were discussing different yagnas in different ages. So what are the 4 ages that we know? We are in which yuga? Soham, we are in which yuga, Soham?
We're in the Kali Yoga.
We are in Kali Yuga. Thank you. So, Lord Ram was in which yuga? Srinivedya, you want to try? Lord Ram came in which yuga? Or Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna came in which yuga? Srinivedya or Srividya? Srinidhi? I'm sorry. Srinidhi. Priya Mataji?
Dwapar.
Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna, right? Thank you. And Vihan? Lord Ram?
Treta Yuga.
Treta Yuga. And what was the first yuga, Udyat?
Satyuga.
Satya Yuga. In Satya Yuga, Narsingha Dev came for Prahalad Maharaj, right? And there were many things that happened in Satya Yuga also. So each yuga has different yagnas that they perform. But in the Kali Yuga, the yagna was Sankirtana yagna. In the Treta Yuga, in the Satya Yuga, they were having some lakh years, 1 lakh years was their lifespan. So they can do tapasya, they can do meditation. So that was prescribed for the people in the Satya Yuga. And the second one was Treta Yuga. In the Treta Yuga, does anyone remember what was the thing in Treta Yuga? It was doing fire sacrifices, right? Like Ashwamedha yagna, so many yagnas. So at that time, like doing fire sacrifices was recommended for the Treta Yuga. And Dwapar Yuga, elaborate temple worship. Right now, whatever little meager things that we have, we cannot offer like that. It should be very elaborate, very opulent. Should be very opulent, like Rajasuya Yagna that they perform for Krishna should be very, very opulent. So that was recommended in the Dwapar Yuga. But in the Kali Yuga, the Sankirtan Yagna is recommended, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Because our lifespan is just 100 years, and in the age of Kali Yuga, people are manda sumanda manda bhagya hibhadrita. So alpa medasam and not very intelligent, manda sumanda manda bhagya. So with all these qualifications, actually Sankirtan Yagna is the easiest process, isn't it? Chanting the whole names of the Lord is the easiest, and we get the same benefit. अन्नाद् भवन्ति भूतानि परिजन्यादन्न सम्भवः यज्ञात् भवन्ति परिजन्यो यज्ञकर्म समुद्भवः. Priya Mataji, want to read the translation?
Yes. All living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yagya, sacrifice, and yagya is born of prescribed duties. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Krishna, we saw this cycle of sacrifice in the L1 also. So, we are repeating that all the living bodies subsist on food grains, and these food grains we get from rains. And how do we get the rains? Rains come from the performance of yagna or doing activity as a sacrifice. And so this is the cycle of sacrifice. Okay. So here the Lord gave us the Vedas. By following the Vedas, we do our prescribed duties. And how we do our prescribed duties? We do our prescribed duties as a sacrifice. So when we do our prescribed duties as a sacrifice, then what happens? We get rain. And when we get rain, from rain, we get grain. And what we use this grain? We'll use this grain and cook and offer Krishna as bhoga, and we take as prasad. So again, we offer it back to Krishna. So this is called the sacrifice. This is called the cycle of sacrifice. This is how it used to be in the olden days. But people nowadays, they hardly know about Vedas. They hardly know about Vedic culture. They hardly know about the cycle of sacrifice. So that's why we are having all this pestilences or many abnormalities in the weather, in the climate, because we are not doing the prescribed duties as a sacrifice. Now, no one knows that they have to do an activity like a sacrifice. Krishna is telling, if you're not doing any activity as a sacrifice, then it is sin only, right? If you're eating food without offering to Krishna, then you're verily eating sin. Krishna uses this word in Bhagavad Gita, that you're just verily eating sin. Because even the food grains, if you're not killing the animal, plant also have life, isn't it? Does plant have life or not? It has life, right? So if you're eating plant also, we are still getting sin. So Krishna is telling, if you're eating plant or animal has higher sin. It's told that if you eat how many hens you eat, right? If you eat suppose 10 hens, then you'll be born as hen 10 times, and that hen will be born as a human and it will eat you. And then after 10 times, then you'll get a human body again, like that. You have to take the repercussion. If you're doing some harm to some other person, you'll get it back. Action has equal and opposite reaction. Isn't it Newton's third law? Maybe you guys doesn't know it. So this is for sure. This happens for sure. That's recorded. So we saw that also in the level 1, that the person is having the head of a goat and the goat is having the head of a human, right? If you eat that goat now, and then goat will become a human in the next life, and you will become a goat, and that goat will eat you. So that's going to happen. But if we do activity as a sacrifice, if you do any activity as an offering to Krishna, as a sacrifice is nothing but just going and offering it to Krishna, telling Krishna, thank you for giving me this, and then offering to Krishna, and then taking and using it. That's it. Nothing much than this. Just by doing this with love. Because Krishna has given us so much. So just showing some gratitude to Krishna for whatever we have, right? And then that becomes a sacrifice. Tanya, you want to chant the shloka?
कर्म भोमोद्भवं विद्धि भस्मासारा समुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यजे प्रतिष्ठित्यम्.
Soham, translation, please.
When related activities are prescribed in the Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, that all operating transcends is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice.
So Krishna is telling that all the regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas, right? In the Vedas, everything is written. So Vedas are directly coming from Krishna. So all the transcendence, everything, it's dependent on the sacrifice. Everything that we do for Krishna, it should be as a sacrifice. This whole human life is meant for sacrifice actually. Whole life is a learning. In all other species of life, in the animals, we did this. What are the four things that are common in humans and animals? We talked this many times. I know you all know it. Let's give a chance to Sri Nivedya and Sri Nidhi. Can you guys guess what are the four things that are common between the humans and animals? Hare Krishna. Viham, you want to try?
Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending.
Hi, Bowen. Thank you, Vihan. So eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. If you're doing same things, then they're no better than an animal. This after getting this human form, if you're not doing sacrifice, if you're not taking austerity, if you're not learning about Krishna or something higher with this intelligence and just doing some material things, have to make my bed nice, have to sleep on a big bed, have to be in a big bungalow, or have to get a good car. If you're still thinking this material comforts, it's still on the material platform. It's still on the animal platform, actually. Right? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, it's still in the animal platform. If we grow above this, if you have some higher intelligence, dharmena hina pashuhi samana. If someone is not doing dharma, then pashuhi samana. He's equal to an animal. Dharmena hina pashuhi samana. Ahara nidra vayamaitunamcha. These two are common for both animals and humans. Dharmena hina pashuhi samana. If one is not doing dharma, one is not doing an activity according to prescribed in the Vedas, then he's no better than an animal. Right? Evam pravrittitam chakram nanuvartayati yati yaha aghayo indriya ramo mogam bhavta sanjivati. Srinidhi, you want to read the translation, please? You should unmute. Yes.
My dear Arjuna, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas constantly leads a life full of sin, living only for the satisfaction of the sense. Such a person lives in vain.
Haribol, thank you. So Krishna is telling here, as I was telling before, if you're doing an activity without sacrifice, if you're not doing any activity as an offering to Krishna, as an offering to Vishnu, then you're leading a life full of sin. There is nothing other than that. You're just full of sin because while we are walking, we are killing many animals, isn't it? We are killing ants, microorganisms, many things are dead. Every day we are causing harm to so many living entities unknowingly. Even we doesn't know that we are harming them. Unknowingly also we do harm people. So by doing all this what's happening, we are getting so much sin. If you're doing any activity as a sacrifice, now if you're walking to the temple, then what happens? When we go in front of the Lord, then that's a sacrifice, isn't it? Just seeing Krishna is a sacrifice. Going and sitting in front of deity is a sacrifice. Offering something to the deity is a sacrifice. So if you're doing any activity as a sacrifice, then we won't get sin. If you're doing any activity, not as a sacrifice, just for our own sense gratification. Oh, I like to eat a pizza, so I go to the pizza shop and eat a pizza. So that's not bhakti. There is nowhere Krishna involved. But if you get the pizza and offer it to Krishna and then eat, then it becomes bhakti. right? Then it becomes sacrifice. Still not bhakti. It's bhakti only. But the mood should be as an offering to Krishna with love, right? The patra pushpam phalam thoyam yome bhaktya prayachati. We should do or give to Krishna through with love. Then that becomes bhakti. Or is such a person, he just lives in vain. He has to take a next body. No other go. He cannot come out of the cycle of birth and death. What are the four problems that we have in the human life? In any body, in any material body, we have four problems. Soham, what are the four problems that we have having this material body? Yes, Udyat.
Imperfect senses.
Not that. I'm asking about the four problems that not humans, but having this material body.
Uh, cheating. No, not that one. Wait.
Not that one.
Birth, death,
Yes.
old age, and disease.
Yes, thank you, Bihar. What would go ahead with the four things we have four defects, right? That's why our knowledge is not perfect. We have four defects. That's what you both are trying. What are the four defects? Come on. Yes, Udyat, go ahead.
Illusion, imperfect senses, tendency to cheat, and I forgot the last one.
Can you repeat what imperfect senses you said, right? No?
Illusion and tendency to cheat.
Yeah, I think imperfect senses is what you missed, isn't it?
I think I said that one.
You said then maybe committing mistakes was the one you missed.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So committing mistakes, we all commit mistakes. It's when you're committing mistakes, then you think that it's natural. It's quite natural. If you're not committing mistakes, then there is a problem. Definitely. If you're committing mistakes, it's quite common. We all have these four defects. Being in this human body, or anybody, but especially that's told to four things for the humans, that committing mistakes, and then illusion, Brahma, and we are prone to illusion, right? So we saw in level one that there was a plate full. In the small plate there was same amount of food as in the bigger plate, but we by seeing we will think that, oh, the smaller plate has more, but it has both the plates has same amount of food. So that means that we were in illusion, right? Our senses are illusion. So our senses have four defects. So one is we commit mistakes, we are prone to illusion, and then we cheat others. That's common. The cheating tendency is there. Vipralipsa, and then pramada. Pramada is what was the other one? Udya? Committing mistakes.
Imperfect senses.
Imperfect senses. Right. Pramada is I think pramada is imperfect senses. I think so. So imperfect senses, that our senses are not perfect. Now even though if I don't have specs also, I cannot see what's happening back of my wall, right? Now the hearing ability of dogs is much better than the human, and the owls can see longer vision than what we can see with our material eyes. So if we eat one gulab jam, and at the 10th gulab jam, we cannot eat more than 10 gulab jams, isn't it? Can anyone eat more than 10 gulab jams here? No, right? 10 is too much. Maybe 2 is too much actually. 1 is good enough. So we have the imperfect senses. Even though we want to eat, we cannot eat much. So with all these imperfections, we are trying to be happy in this material world. But Krishna is telling, don't settle for less. Come to my abode. We have so much there. Krishna is ever 16. Does anyone saw Krishna in old picture? Srinivedya, did you see anywhere Krishna in the old picture? Like old person? Hi Krishna. Srinivedya. Did you see Krishna anywhere, any place that he became old?
No.
No, right? Yeah. So Krishna he's ever 16. And he has the transcendental body. His body is not like our body. He doesn't have this birth, death, old age, and disease concept. He's above all this. So in Nishkama Karma Yogi, we conclude why prescribed duties are meant to bring material reward. But I do not have any material desire in this life, nor do I desire Swarga. I know I'm not this body. So why should I need to perform any prescribed duties? So a Nishkama Karma Yogi may think that okay, I'm not now Nishkama Karma Yogi means he know that he's not this body, he's soul. So this is the same question Arjuna is asking. So Krishna is putting it here. So why a Nishkama Karma Yogi? Why a person who knows that I'm not this body, I'm soul? Then why he should still work? Why Krishna is forcing Arjuna to still work, right? So he doesn't want any higher planetary systems, or he doesn't want any position in any of these 14 planetary systems. He want to go above this. He want to go above this material world to the spiritual world. Material world means the four problems we have, as I was telling before: birth, death, old age, and disease. These are the four main problems being in this material world. So if a person who is above this four defect, like four problems, then he is actually in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, there is no such thing called birth, death, old age, and disease. They're eternally existing and they're ever 16. Like how Krishna, we never see Krishna old. So what Krishna is telling? Krishna is telling Arjuna to act because to set an example for others. So Krishna's point is, now if a person who is in a good position, if he is not doing right, then the followers who is not having, maybe that person, he may have the qualification to leave everything or do whatever he wants to do to stop the work, but the followers, even though they're not qualified, because this person is doing, they will also end up doing wrong, doing the same thing which is not supposed to be done, right? So we have examples in the next slide, so we can understand much better there. Yad yad acharati shrestha tad tad evat evetaro jana sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanuvartate. Srinidhi, you want to read the translation, please?
Whatever action a great man perform, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by expertly acts all the world pursues.
Thank you, Srinidhi. So Krishna is telling to set an example for others. Act Arjuna. Go and fight Arjuna to set an example for others. So now this person, he's telling, please do not smoke. Right? What is he doing? What is this leader doing? He's only smoking, right? He's smoking and he's telling his subjects, he's telling his followers, please do not smoke. Then what are the followers telling? We will do what you do, not what you say. So these followers are telling, we'll do what you do. So what these followers are going to do? What these followers are going to do?
They're going to smoke.
Yes, absolutely. So they're going to smoke. So whatever activity a leader or a person, yet that Acharati Shrestha performs, then the common men follow. So Krishna is telling, so as just to set an example, you fight Arjuna. So because Arjuna is in the post where people look up to Arjuna. So if Arjuna stops and grunts, run away from the battle because of compassion and all the things that Arjuna tells, Krishna is telling people who are not ready for this, who are not even compassionate, in fear, they say that, yeah, I was compassionate for the other person, so I didn't come. I didn't fight. So people will take advantage. So Krishna is telling Arjuna to fight, to set an example. Yeah. I know Srinivedya and Srinidhi knows this. So Srinivedya, you want to chant the shloka?
प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारा विमूढात्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते.
Srinidhi, translation, please.
The spirit soul believed by the influence of false ego thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actually carried out by the three modes of material nature.
Yeah, thank you. So, these are the three modes of material nature. So what are the three modes of material nature? Soham? Soham, what are the three modes of material nature?
Rajoguna,
Yes?
Tamaguna,
Yes?
Satoguna.
Sattvaguna. Thank you, Soham. So mode of goodness is Sattvaguna, mode of passion is Rajoguna, mode of ignorance is Tamoguna. So this person, we are all thinking that we are acting, right? But we are actually, when Namasha Babu says the modes are, the Maya is kicking us left, right, center. Still we are thinking that we are doing something so great. It's just the Maya, it's just the three modes, Gunay, Purusha Prakritisto hi, Purusha Prakritisto hi, Gunay Prakriti, Purusha Prakritisto hi, Prakriti Jan Gunan. I'm missing one word there. We get this in 13th chapter where Krishna says that this Purusha Prakriti Stohi, we living entities are kept in the material nature, and this material nature has three gunas, and these three gunas are forcing the living entity to act, right? In the morning, in the Brahma Muhurta, Brahma Muhurta is 1.5 hours before sunrise, so it's 4:30 a.m. in the morning. So that is Brahma Muhurta. So at that time, the mode of goodness is prominent, it's more prominent. And after Brahma Muhurta, when the sun rises, then the mode of passion predominates. All the three will be there all the time, but one thing will dominate the other. There is always a competition between these three modes. And at the night, even though we don't want to sleep, we will sleep. We cannot do much. We have this body, this material body has to take rest. So at the night, the Tamoguna is predominant. So these three modes of nature, no one can stop this. No one can stop sleeping at night. No, if just try waking up early in the morning, you can feel really good because the whole nature will be in the mode of goodness. So it's very good to chant. It's very good to read Bhagavad Gita or any material books also. If you have any exams, it's good to read in the morning because that helps you much better than reading at the night. And actually, the more recommended and more beneficial is doing spiritual activities in the Brahma Muhurta. It's very, very, very potent. Very potent. So we are forced to do these activities. But what is the wrong attitude? We have this ahankar, right? Ahankar means ego, that I'm always right. Don't teach me. So such type of people, it's not very good attitude. We should be submissive. Tadvidya praniphatena pariprashnena sevaya. We should go to someone and we should render service to that person who is giving us the knowledge. We should not tell that, oh, don't teach me. I know everything. Who you think you are? So this should not be our mood. We should not have this mentality. So, does anyone know who is this personality here? This person? Priya Mataji? Who is this personality? Bali Maharaj. Yes, yes. Thank you, Mataji. You know who is this person here? Sitting with the like a Brahmana boy, right? You know who is he?
Shukracharya.
No, Sukracharya is him, the Bali Maharaj's teacher. He you know, Ujjat, you want to try? Who is this person?
Vamandev.
Vamandev. Yes, thank you. So we know the story that Bali Maharaj, he gets a he'll get a kingdom of he'll conquer the kingdom of heaven, right? He conquers Indra and he'll take up heaven. So at that time, Krishna comes as a Brahmana boy to Bali Maharaj, and Krishna he's Vamandev here who comes as a dwarf Brahmana. So this Brahmana will come and ask the Bali Maharaj that he wants 3 feet of land. Then Bali Maharaj says that, oh, your feet are so small. How can this 3 feet would be sufficient? Take a tract of land. I can give you a tract of land. Then the Vaman Dev says, no, 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 I just want 3 foot. Just that's enough. Then Bali Maharaj will agree. Then Sukracharya, he comes and tells Bali Maharaj. Sukracharya is a teacher of Bali Maharaj. So he comes and tells Bali Maharaj, what are you doing, dear Bali Maharaj? You don't know the person is Vishnu. He's Krishna. So he's very tactful. So don't do it. So Sukracharya was scared that he'll lose the wealth and the opulence, so that he's enjoying the opulence of Bali Maharaj, right? So if he takes everything, then he cannot enjoy. So he's having that ego. So he stops Bali Maharaj to to do some offerings to Vaman Dev. So it's because of his ego. So now what happens? Bali Maharaj, he'll actually deny his spiritual master. Spiritual master is not acting according to the Shastra. We have three pramanas: sadhu, guru, sadhu, and Shastra. We have to check these three. If our guru is telling something, we have to check with Shastra and Sadhu. There is nothing wrong in it. If some Sadhu is telling something, it's always good to go and check with Guru and Shastra. The Shastra and Guru and Sadhu should all be equal. They should say the same thing. They cannot contradict each other. If they're contradicting, if the Guru is contradicting, then we can reject the Guru, or we can be far from him, right? We cannot be like we cannot just blind followers or blind believers of whatever someone just shows up and tells, I'm Guru and I'm going to do I'm going to dictate what I want, what you guys want to do. We should not listen, or we should not just do or act blindly. We should go to Shastra and check what he said is right or not. If it's right, Sadhu, Guru, and Shastra, then we can proceed. So here he says to Bali Maharaj to don't do this, but he says, how can I stop? If Lord Vishnu is coming, then I have to work, right? I have to give that. I have to offer I have to offer him what he wants. So Vaman Dev, he'll ask 3 foot, and Vaman Dev becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. He becomes so big that 1 foot he'll keep on the land and 1 foot he'll keep on the sky, and then only 2 foot finished, and there is no space that to keep. So Bali Maharaj, he will he will ask to put the other foot on Bali Maharaj's head. See Vaman Dev, how big he became. If he covered with just two foot, one on the sky and the other on the ground. He finished the whole Brahmanda, the whole universe. So the third foot he'll ask to put on the head of Bali Maharaj. So this act of Bali Maharaj, this is Atma Nivedana, right? He gave up everything for Bali Maharaj. So this is one of the angas of bhakti. So this made him liberated. So Vaman Dev is living with Bali Maharaj now. So Krishna is personally associating with Bali Maharaj. So that's such a great thing to be associating with Supreme Lord. So that comes by surrender. That doesn't come by cunningness or ego or wrong attitude. Should surrender to Krishna, and we should let go things for Krishna. And Krishna gives much more. Krishna gives much, much more. That's for sure. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यासाध्यात्मचेतसा निरासिर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः. Therefore, Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me, with full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, free from lethargy, fight. So Krishna is telling, surrender to me. As Krishna, Arjuna already told, I will surrender. So Krishna is telling, surrender, Arjuna. So the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to be free from lethargy. This, as I was telling, this human life is meant for sacrifice. This human life is meant to study, meant to learn. What? To how to surrender to Krishna, being in association of devotees. So surrendering all your work onto me and free from lethargy. Fine. With full knowledge of me. How do we get Krishna? How do we get knowledge of Krishna? Krishna is only coming and telling. And Krishna's devotees in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's all about Krishna. Different devotees of Krishna talks about Krishna. Wonderful scripture. Very, very nice. Amrita, it's Rasamalayam. It's full of rasa. Srimad Bhagavatam, it's full of rasa. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam sukhamukadamrita drava samyutam pibata bhagavatara samalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavakaha. The Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, they're not very boring. Is this class very boring? No, right? It's not boring because it's about Krishna. Krishna is full of rasa. Krishna has all the six opulences, six bhaga, right? So that's why he's called as Bhagavan. So we should do our activity with full knowledge of Krishna and no claim of proprietorship. We are the humble servants of Krishna. That's our position, and it's very nice position, very very nice position. Like if we have someone, so many people to help us, isn't it very nice? It's very nice. We don't have to struggle so much. Krishna is always there. We have a superior boss who always helps us, who always protects us, right? And without desires for profit. There should not be like me, mine. That should not be there. So then Arjuna asks an important question here. After hearing previous verses, one may determinedly think, yes, from today onwards, I will steadily do my duty and control my attachment and aversion. I will act only according to Shastra. Experienced teachers state that, however, such immediate inspirations may prove difficult to adhere to over time. Arjuna, being aware of reality, asked the following question in 3.36: by what is one impelled to sinful acts, and even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? So here, Arjuna is asking now. This is a very valid point that Arjuna is making here. That Arjuna is asking Krishna. You're telling very nice. Now we hear so many motivational speeches, isn't it? We hear it before day, and then maybe 1 week we may follow, and the next day we'll come back to our routine. This is quite normal. So Arjuna is telling, okay, Krishna, I'm determined. If I'm determined to do my activity as a sacrifice without any attachment or aversion, I'll act according to the Shastra. I'll do all this, but this doesn't last longer, right? It again it waters. I'll come back to the normal position. So Arjuna is asking, so how, like, why a person is forced to act? If I don't want to act also, I'll be forced to act. I'll be forced to do the sinful activities. So why? So Krishna says that is lust only, Arjuna. It's just karma. It's lust only, right? Hmm. Udit, you want to chant the shloka?
Yes, Mataji. Do main avritya vanir yato darsano mahalena cha yato leben navarto karbas tato tendam advartam.
Yes. We have translation, please.
Yes, Mataji. As fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, or embryo is covered by a womb, the living entity is similarly covered by the different degrees of this lust.
Yes, thank you. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, even though if I'm not willing to go and act sinful activity, if I'm not willing now, how many times we feel that, oh, I should not have done this activity and you do it? How many times? Priya Mataji, have you done this or not? You feel like you should not do it, but you do it, right?
Yes, often.
Often, right? We do it often. So Arjuna is asking why we are doing like this, Krishna. Even though I'm not willing to do it, but I do it. Why? So Krishna is telling it is karma, it is lust only, and this lust is due to the mode of passion, right? Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha. Krishna says that this kama and krodha are due to the rajoguna. So if we are in the rajoguna means the mode of passion, eating spicy food, and this is one, it is very at the very gross level. There are many things that we read in the 14th chapter about the passion, mode of passion. So because of we being in the mode of passion for a longer time, we do this we do we act, we have this karma and krodha. So we should try as much as we can to come to the mode of goodness. First thing is we have to cultivate activities, we have to do our activities in our day so that we can come to the mode of goodness. And bhakti is above these three modes. If we have to do bhakti properly also, it's always good to have be in the mode of goodness. So this kama and krodha, if we, even though we are not wanting to do an activity, we are forced to do it, or we do it and we then later repent. It's because of being in the rajoguna. It's not the culprit is rajoguna. Krishna says the culprit is rajoguna. So come out of that rajoguna. So what is our duty then? Should come out of that rajoguna. When we come out of this rajoguna or the mode of passion, then we can conquer this lust, all the six things, all the six enemies. So here the lust also is in different grades. Now the fire is covered. Now the fire is covered by the smoke. Is it thick? Is it thick? Not very thick, right? It's not the fire. The smoke cannot cover fire much, right? It's just some not very much. It's very not it won't cover much. But the mirror, the dust on the mirror, it's thick, right? We have to clean it to see our face, right? It's little more thicker. And the embryo covered in the womb, we cannot see the baby on the inside, right? When the baby is in the womb, when the baby is out, only we can see. So it's covered very, very thickly. So like that, each person has different degrees of lust. So some may have very less lust, some may have some more. So it's not like lust means everyone will have the same amount of lust. Krishna is telling it has gradations. It has different degrees of lust. Right? इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिर् अस्वाधिष्ठानमुच्यते एतैर्विमोहयते एषा ज्ञानम् आवृत्य देहिनम्. Okay. Priya Mataji, you want to read this?
The senses, mind, and intelligence are the sitting places of this last. Through them, last covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, now, Krishna is telling one more thing. What is the sitting places of this lust? So now I'm telling that lust is the main cause, because even though we don't want to act that, but we are doing it because of lust. And the lust is due to Rajoguna. Now Krishna is telling what are the sitting places of lust? So the senses, mind, and intelligence. So we already ate 2 gulab jam. We are full. We don't want to eat one more gulab jam because the stomach becomes upset. Still, by seeing the gulab jam, we go and grab it and eat it. It's because the senses, the tongue is the culprit. So, because the lust is there in the tongue, right? And the mind says, eat it. It's just one more thing, eat it. And then intelligence says, oh, it's okay. You have space. You can eat it. So mind will tell, I like gulab jam. And then immediately intelligence will give reasons. Yes, you can eat one more. It's not a big problem. Just have it. One more is not a big deal. So it says, and we just eat one more. And then the stomach gets upset. So the lust is there in the three things. It's there in the senses. Even some nasty things we don't want to see also, but the eyes goes, right? We don't want to see that scene. We don't want to go to that side, but still we are forcefully, even though we don't want, we go and say it, right? It's because the eyes have the lust. And the mind says, it's okay. Just for one time, no one saw you. It's okay, chalega. It works. And then because the mind is having this lust, and intelligence will give reasons. Oh, one time only you saw. You didn't saw many times. It's okay. So all these things. So the sitting places are the mind, senses, and the intelligence. Do you all agree what I'm telling? Isn't it? This happens to all of you, right? It's quite natural. If we have to observe this, if we observe it, we can get it. Oh, mind is the culprit. Oh, senses are the culprit. No, this is quite common. So the sitting places of, I'll ask tomorrow, what are the sitting places of lust? Senses, mind, and intelligence are the sitting places of lust. We're almost done. I think I'm little over time. I'm sorry. So in the third chapter, the summary is that if you do good activities, we get good results. If you do bad activities, we get bad results. Papa and punya we get. But if you do activities as sacrifice, we don't get any karma. We won't get punya or we won't get papa. If we get punya or papa, we should still be in this material world. So when we come out of these two things, then we will get a spiritual body which no longer have birth, death, old age, and disease. So Krishna is telling to do that. So we should use our eyes to see the beautiful form of the Lord. We should use our nose to smell the tulsi leaves. We should use our tongue to honor Prasad. We should use our head to bow down to Krishna. We should use our body and feet to circumambulate, to go to temple and to circumambulate the temple. All these purifies our senses, our mind and intelligence. With this purified mind and intelligence, we can come out of this devouring enemy called lust. So this is what I was telling. This is summary. So Krishna is telling in the third chapter to do every activity as a sacrifice, right? That is very, very important. That's going to change everything. That's going to change everything that we want to do. Okay. So that's the end of third chapter. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Bol. Thank you so much. So I'll just post that in the